fear, acceptance, rejection. Motivation is not a generic term. The way I use it, it is a technical term. Ability. What is ability? Less time, less money, less brain cycles, and so on. So use precise terms. I'm kind of not a fan, I haven't been, of using abstract ones like engagement or, what have you. Anyway, understand your user paths. Another approach on the tiny habits is, here's our tiny habit. What are the paths that our customers or potential customers already use? That's kind of your next step. After you have the tiny habit, what are the paths? If only 2% of them are on Twitter, forget Twitter. That's not going to really happen for you. Twitter is very ephemeral. But if they're on Facebook, maybe. If you can get into their feed or sort of part of, if they ban email, texting, they feel kind of old school, but they're kind of the staple. So what are the user paths? Start with what you can measure. I see, don't tweet this. I see a lot of mistakes in the eco space coming out in Europe, and they come to my lab and they show me ideas, and they did this cool widget, and it's like, well, what impact is it having? We don't know. We don't know how to measure it. It's like, I think they just wasted their time. If they don't know that it's changed behavior, then it looks nice, and it's great for a presentation, and they might get an award. But I think, don't treat this, I think it's useless, right? So start with what you can measure. What do we know how to measure? That's what we're going to do. If all you can measure are comments on a Facebook, remember my lettuce thing? Comments, I can measure that. I got 12 comments in 1 hour, perfect. That's a measurement. It's not a great measurement, but it's better than nothing. And to get to be experts in hot triggers. Look and see how the winners are using hot triggers and see how those things apply to your business. And with that, I think we're going to actually end a little bit early. I can stay here for a little while, answer personal questions or very specific questions about what you're doing. You guys have been really, really fun to work with. I've been very impressed with what you've seen. I packed a whole bunch in and nobody's really complained. Thank you very much. Please use this information to make the world a better place, to make your community stronger, to make households healthier and happier. That's my charge for all of my students. And there's one more thing I'm going to leave you with. And I'm getting chills because I'm thinking about it. And a lot of things I've asked you to do require a lot of courage. To go in and advocate you do something differently against the norm. Here's what I do in the moments when I need lots of courage. I think of all my teachers and all the time they use to train me and all the investment in me, and I think of my teachers' teachers. And I think of that span, and I pull that in and say, I'm going to do it. I've got to build on that human investment in me to make the world a better place. And that's what I hope for all of us. Thank you very much, everybody. Thanks.